General Studies 3. Topic: Infrastructure Logistics Sector in India. 1. Introduction. The Indian logistics sector is a sunshine industry and is going through a phase of transformation on account of various reform initiatives and policy changes. The major reforms include the GST, rollout of E-Way bill, and the sector being granted infrastructure status. To logistics sector. The Indian logistics industry provides employment to more than 22 million people. It has grown at a compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 7.8% during the last 5 years. In the World Bank's 2016 Logistics Performance Index, India jumped to 35th rank in 2016 from 54th rank in 2014 in terms of overall logistics performance. India has improved its rank in all the 6 components of Logistics Performance Index. 3 new developments. The logistics sector is undergoing a quiet revolution. The key benefits are reduced costs, quick arrivals, and complete tracking of goods. The GST would also drive operating efficiencies, as the time spent on border checks could now be used to move goods further. The grant of infrastructure status will allow the logistics companies get access to more economical loans under favorable terms. It will attract investments from debt and pension funds into recognized projects. It will simplify the process of approval for construction of multimodal logistics parks facilities. The introduction of E-Way bill electronic documentation aimed to track goods movement and prevent tax evasion under GST would increase transparency as well as encourage further formalization of the sector. The new logistics division in the Department of Commerce has been established to coordinate integrated development of the sector. Government plans to bring down the logistics cost from current 13 to 14% of GDP to around 10% of GDP. The new developments are likely to reduce the cost of logistics in India. For key drivers in terms of mode of transportation, road remains the most preferred medium for transport. The growth and efficiencies in road transport will be supported by recent government initiatives such as Nirmala and Smart Cities. Growth in e-commerce is another key driver. The removal of tax boundaries across states aid a consolidation of warehouses. Large trucks and other vehicles act as a mobile warehouse to serve a wider area. This eliminates the need for capital-intensive physical warehouses. Economic Survey 2017-18 said, the logistics industry, which is worth around $160 billion, is likely to touch $215 billion in the next 2 years with the implementation of GST.5 limitations. Logistics sector currently is less automated. Over 70% of the logistics sector is in small, unorganized hands. India's logistics costs are 40% higher than in most developed countries. High cost of logistics impacting competitiveness in domestic and global market. Underdeveloped material handling infrastructure and fragmented warehousing. Presence of multiple regulatory and policy-making entities. Lack of seamless movement of goods across modes. Poor integration with modern information technology. 6-way forward reduction in logistics costs will result in more competitive goods and services, resulting in more trade and commerce for India. Focus on new technology, improved investment, skilling, removing bottlenecks, improving intermodal transportation, automation, single window system for giving clearances, and simplifying processes. Improving logistics sector has huge implication on exports, and it is estimated that a 10% decrease in indirect logistics cost can increase 5 to 8% of exports. The need of the hour is to formulate an integrated logistics policy. The mechanism needs to be created to measure the sector's performance at regular intervals. Better performance in logistics will augment programs like Make in India, and also enable India to become an important part of the global supply chain. Such measures will also contribute to creation of a new India by 2022.